Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy GZTV, and if you guys are wondering what the title means, we are doing an NBA recap video almost of Wednesday and Thursday's games, and I'm going to have a recap video tomorrow going over tonight's games that are getting ready to happen here in about 45 minutes, so yeah. We're just going to talk about the games over the last few days because I've covered everything up until Tuesday, March 1st, so we're going to do March 2nd and March 3rd. Does that sound like a plan? Yes, I hope so. Let's just go through every matchup, kind of look at the box scores, who did good, who did bad, what this means for each team. Let's talk about the Hornets and the Cavs. Rozier's 29 leads the Hornets over the stumbling Cavaliers. They won that game by 21. And the Cavs are looking very good. You know, they've gotten momentum off of their All-Star break. I guess that was really cool, really sentimental for them. But yeah, man. He had 27, actually. Apologies. Rozier, 27 points for the Hornets really helps lift him up. Darius Garland returning from an injury as well. That's another guy. We're going to talk about KD in a little bit, but Darius Garland returning from an injury and putting up 33 points. And Jared Allen putting up 18 and 11, the all-star center, doing good numbers. But again, Rozier took it in his own hands and beat this franchise. Move on to Pacers and Magic. Again, we're talking about a Magic team that it's a shit show, okay? You know, did I talk about these games? Hmm. Uh. Yes. Or no, I haven't. No, I haven't. Pacers Magic, sorry. Brogdon helps the Pacers rally late, beat the Magic in OT by 8. Nice rhymes, nice bars there. This is a much needed win for the Pacers if they want to get closer and closer to the play-in tournament. At this point, I think the 10 teams are locked in. It's just interchangeable positions. Who wants to win more? I guess a good win for the Pacers, though. They've struggled. They shot lights out against my Celtics, of course, but you know, you got Brogdon putting up 31 and 11. You almost have to win. Tyrese Halliburton coming out and putting up 21. Off the bench, this Smith guy, I'm not sure who he is, but he put up 15 and 15. Is that Josh Smith? Jalen Smith. He looks kind of familiar, but he put up 15 and 15 off the bench, and which is pretty nice. Looking at the Magic side, Franz Wagner, the rookie, putting up 28, big numbers. And man, does Orlando have a great big man core for the future. We're talking Mo Bamba and Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter 13 and 18, Mo Bamba 19 and 12. So they got a really good future together, but as of now, they're still looked at as a low-end franchise. Next, we got the Knicks and the Sixers. It was looking pretty bad for the Sixers at first in this one, but Harden shines in Philly. This is his home debut. He had 26 points against the Knicks here. Julius Randle playing a little better than he has recently, of course. He's been kind of in a slump recently, but he put up 24 tonight. RJ Barrett continuing a tear in the NBA with 30 points. Congratulations to him. But on the other side of things, you got Joel Embiid putting up 27 and 12. Now, I hate that Harden is on the Sixers because, again, as you guys know, Tobias Harris is on my fantasy team. But Joel Embiid, 27 and 12, a young, absolute rising star in Tyrese Maxey, putting up 25 points, and then of course Harden, like I said, had 26. Tyrese Maxey is a really big piece for the Sixers. I understand, you know, they have a dominant duo in Embiid and Harden, but without Tyrese Maxey, I'm not sure what this team would do. But good for them. I mean, they've been winning a lot of games. I don't think they've lost with Harden on the team yet. Knock on wood, I guess. Jazz and Rockets. Jazz somehow struggle against a bad Rockets organization in overtime. They still got the win, but they still struggled, which goes to show what it might look like in the playoffs for the Jazz. Mitchell and Conley leads the Jazz to a 5-point OT win over the Rockets. I think Christian Wood made the game-tying bucket to send them to overtime in the first place, but man oh man is Rudy Gobert going back to being an absolute killer player. You guys, no one's talking about Gobert. What is going on here? 27 and 17. I mean, I don't even think Mike Conley personally played that good, and we're talking about a 37 and 10 Donovan Mitchell. Really talking about Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert here. Great game from them too. On the other side, Christian Wood, very clutch. He hit 24 points. Jalen Green, the rookie, continuing to have some pretty good games. He had 27. 16 and 12 for Kevin Porter Jr. 20 points for Kenyon Martin Jr. Just the young guys coming out and making plays. That's kind of what the Rockets organization has been since Harden and Paul have left. Yeah, pretty decent young core on this Rockets team. They just need to develop a little more. Obviously, they're not doing anything this year, but these players have 10 plus years in their careers to make it happen for this organization. So moving on to Heat and Bucks, possibly one of the best games of the night here. Holiday's basket caps a huge rally as the Bucks stun the Heat by 1 point. Now the Heat are looking like a top 3 team in the NBA, but the Bucks take them down, led by, MVP play by Giannis and their big three just playing good together. Bam Adebayo had 18 and 12 in this one. Gabe Vincent, 21. Guy shot 5 for 11 from 3. If I get the hiccups here in a second, I apologize. 21 points for Gabe Vincent, 5 for 11. Tyler Hero continuing to be a beast off the bench. Again, 6th man of the year right here, 30 points. Looking on the Bucks side, Giannis putting up 28 and 17. Again, this big three. Chris Middleton putting up 26. And Drew Holiday putting up 25 and 11. So when their top three is playing, the Bucks get it done a lot of the time. Let's just move on to Kings and Pelicans. Kings and Pelicans, two teams that are kind of fighting for play-in positions, and the Pelicans are very close to the Lakers, crazy enough. Pelicans have been playing incredible lately. Oh my goodness. Brandon Ingram scores 33 points. Pelicans roll past the Kings. Beat the Kings by 30. So, and the Kings are kind of the same level of the Pelicans in terms of competition-wise getting to that play-in. So winning by 30 is a big statement win. But looking at the loser side first, the Kings, you had Sabonis putting up 15 and 14. De'Aaron Fox is going to be De'Aaron Fox. He put up 25 that night. But looking at the Pelican side, again, 33 points for Brandon Ingram. He's back in true form. 15 for 19 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. You can't forget, he's a very consistent shooter out there. And Jonas Valanciunas playing the big man role and putting up 17 and 14. Pretty average stat line for Valanciunas, but still helped them win the game. Thunder and Nuggets. Now, this isn't a game that the Nuggets should be losing, but they did. Gilgeous-Alexander and Roby lead the Thunder by the Nuggets. They win by 12. Isaiah Roby, a breakout game for the man. 26 points, 9 for 13, 4 for 5 from 3. Great game for him. Congrats. Gilgeous-Alexander putting up 29 points. He'll put up 25 a game on a team like the Thunder, of course. It raises the question what he would do if he was switching the roles with somebody else, but I don't know. Shea is Shea, whatever. But looking at the other side, the Nuggets, I mean, really all we have is 22 and 16 for Jokic. Not a very good shooting night, it doesn't look like. They shot 44% from the field, 26 from 3, so... I mean, Aaron Gordon and Will Barton should definitely step their game up if they want to win some games, especially against a team like the Thunder. I mean, come on now. But last game from Wednesday is the Trailblazers and the Suns. Suns rebound without Booker and Paul to root the Trailblazers. This is just how bad this Trailblazers team is without Dame. Now that they traded C.J. McCollum and they're kind of in this franchise explosion mode and they're looking to rebuild, it's just how bad they are without... Because, they literally have no good performers on the court. I'm not even going to mention their performance. Looking at the Suns side, 20 points from Cam Johnson's just about all you're going to get overall from this game, which is still good for Cam Johnson. That's awesome. That's about all you're going to get from that game. That was a very uninteresting game, but let's move on to Thursday because there's some games too. My Celtics beating the Grizzlies, I'm proud of that. A 40-win team and the Celtics beat them. That's nice. Tatum nets 37 on his birthday, I think it was his birthday. Celtics leads the Celtics past Morant. The Grizzlies, we won by 13 as well, so it wasn't even really that close of a game. Tatum has been playing great recently. Jaylen Brown's hurt, so now Tatum, it's back in Tatum's hands here. We're looking at Jaren Jackson putting up 20 points, 38 for Ja, and that's about it for the Grizzlies. A lot of good performers here on the Celtics side. Tatum put up 37, Horford put up 21 and 15, Robert Williams put up 10 and 12, and Marcus Smart put up 18 and 12. So, great performances here for the Celtics. We definitely played really good as a team. I'm proud of us. We just got to keep it going. 38 and 27. I never thought we'd be that good at this point in the year because we had a very big slump at the beginning. But yeah, nice. Hawks, very big win for the Hawks here over the Bulls. Hawks surge late. Young scores 39 points in the win over the Bulls. Trae Young, one of my favorite players in the league, and he just continues to get it done for the Hawks here. Despite DeRozan putting up 22, Vucevic putting up 21 and 11, Levine putting up 22 as well. Trae Young comes out and puts up 39 and 13. Man, is Bogdanovich a good bench piece for these Hawks, though. 20 points for the guy. Clint Capella came out and put up 12 and 11, so he's kind of getting back into form. You know, Capella definitely needs to get back in the swing of things. And may I remind you guys, these videos like hurt my voice. Like I talk a lot in these videos. I'm going over like 15, sometimes 15 NBA games at a time. But let's just move on. Heat and Nets. Durant has 31 points in his return, but the Heat rally to beat the Nets, unfortunately. Nets are now at 500, so with KD back, you gotta move over that hump. Back over the hump. Because, you know, they've been over the hump for a while, but now all of a sudden they're at 500. Looking at the Heat, though, Bam Adebayo, 30 and 11. That's what got it done, man. What a game for Bam Adebayo. Struss. I mean, Heat's drafting. I think I saw a study that said that the Heat have the lowest, latest in the draft average per player, and they're still one of the best teams in the league. 21 points for Struss, 22 for Cody Martin, 27 for Hero, and those are mostly guys they drafted. So you just gotta credit the front office for the Heat. They are 42 and 22, and they have a chance to win the championship this year. I will say it right now. They definitely have a chance at winning the championship this year. I don't know who the favorite is. The Warriors look pretty good. I don't know. Moving on to Pistons and Raptors. Should the Raptors really be losing to the Pistons? No, but they did. Cunningham has 22 points as the Pistons hold off the Raptors by 2. Pistons really have nothing to fight for, but they're fighting. Jeremy Grant had 13. Why are we just talking about the rookie? Because when you have Jeremy Grant putting up 26, Sadiq Bey, great young guy, 23. Kate Cunningham had 22 and 12, but hey, he had some surrounding pieces in this win. Looking at the Raptors side, you know, you have 28 points from Siakam, 21 and 10 from Scotty Barnes. I think that Freddie VanVleet is hurt, so I guess you can give the Raptors a little bit of a break, but they definitely need to win games like this. Moving on to Warriors and Mavericks. Doncic scores 41 points. The Mavs beat the Warriors again by 9, and man, are the Warriors struggling. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games. I saw something on that as well. Not good. Looking at the Warriors side, Curry had 21. Jordan Poole had a nice 23 off the bench, but that is just not enough to beat a very good Mavs team. You know, it's really just Luka out there putting up 41 and 10, but as a whole, I think this team plays great. They have good chemistry. They've played with each other long enough, so yeah. Moving on to Kings and Spurs. Kings beat the Spurs by 3. Keep Popovich shy of the NBA mark. Popovich is getting close to being one of the most, I think, the most winningest coach in NBA history. Kings sabotage that with Sabonis putting up 12 and 12. Harrison Barnes putting up 27. De'Aaron Fox putting up 26. Not too bad, Kings. Gotta love that. Looking at the Spurs side, we have DeJounte Murray putting up 29 and 12, and Lonnie Walker putting up 30. Maybe he should be a 6th Man of the Year candidate, because man, oh man, he's been killing. I know they're 24 and 39, but yeah, he's still such a good player. But let's move on to the last game, and then I'm going to do a little bit of an outro, and then I'm done. Lakers and freaking Clippers, man. What's going on with the Lakers here? Clippers surge to a 21-point victory, sweep the season matchup against the Lakers. Ridiculous. LeBron comes out, puts up 26. Nothing else on the Lakers side. It was really just LeBron against Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson put up 36. That's about it. But yeah, that was basketball over the last 2 days. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this format. It's not really new. I would say it's a new format, but it's not really new. I've been doing it on the channel a lot recently. Well, I used to do it all the time, especially when it's leading up to the playoffs. I definitely do it there. I mean, every single game is going to matter. Teams are going to start getting eliminated in the next 10 games or so. It's going to be great. You guys don't want to miss it. Come here every single night. I will give you guys in-depth stats, analysis of all the NBA games that that happen from here on out. Literally every single game. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, it's been GZ TV giving you guys the best sports content, and we just did 3 music videos. We did pretty much a gaming video with the Prime Football League. We do all sorts of stuff. We definitely expand. We definitely try to get a bigger audience. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm trying my best here. Spring break again. I'm going to keep